Good evening, everybody. This is Mark Robert bringing you today's soccer action. Women's soccer versus Calumet St. Joe's from Hammond, Indiana. This is CCAC action. Earlier this week, we had terrible weather, but the sun is shining tonight, and hopefully that sun's going to shine on tonight's game. The Jaguars are actually still in the playoff hunt, even though the Jaguars are sitting at 1-6. Calumet is sitting at 0-7. There is still an opportunity to make the playoffs with 4 games left. They are going to have to pretty much win all of them or at least tie a couple of them, but there is hope for some postseason play. We've got our keys to the game right now we're going to share. Granted, the Jaguars need to look ahead, but right now, here's what they need to know about today. First point on our keys to the game is today only. You need to look at one game at a time, and that means this game this evening at Calumet St. Joe's. The second point is shoot, shoot, shoot. The only way you're going to score some points is to keep shooting into that net. Calumet St. Joe's is a little short-handed today, which means there's going to be some fatigue and tired on that opposing team, and there's going to be a lot of points that can be put up on the board from our end. The third point is fundamentals. Get out there, do what you've been taught in high school, been taught at the beginning of the season, and following through on what needs to be done. Looks like we're about to get underway here, so we're going to send it to Phil, our PA announcer, to introduce the teams and get to the national anthem.
At this time, will you please rise for the playing of our national anthem? And now the starting lineup. First for the Crimson Wave. The goalkeeper, number 1, Riley Kane. Sophomore midfielder, number 3, Aubrey Morales. Senior midfielder, number 4, Belly Lopez. Senior midfielder, number 5, Veronica Campos. A freshman forward, number 7, Evelisa Gutierrez. A freshman forward, number 9, Ryan Williford. Freshman midfielder, number 10, Sarah Hernandez. Midfielder, number 11, Ashley Meade. A senior midfielder, number 17, Natalie Marquez. Sophomore forward, number 19, Tori Jensen. And rounding out the lineup, a midfielder, number 21, Kenia Hernandez. The head coach is Emilio Calvillo, assisted by Carlos Taylor. And now for the home team on the score with the Governor State University, Jaguars. Midfielder from Hickory Hills, Illinois, number 3, Jada Cunningham. From Pueblo, Colorado, a junior midfielder, number 4, Victoria Salas. From Beecher, Illinois, defender, sophomore, number 5, Alyssa Dillinger. From Barcelona, Spain, midfielder senior, number 6, Claudia Lopez. From Chicago, a senior, number 9, Elizuri Guido. From Portugal, a midfielder senior, number 10, Ana Rodriguez. From Ruston, Louisiana, senior forward, number 13, Morgan Bean. From Plainfield, Illinois, a senior, number 21, Kaylee Dobbs. From Elgin, Illinois, sophomore defender, number 24, Jenny Jimenez. From Chicago on defense, a senior, number 30, Cora Vilches. And rounding out the lineup from Bogota, Colombia, your goalkeeper, a junior, number 49, Valentina Jimenez Figueroa. Coach Coco Magana, assisted by Thibaut Arriaga, and your graduate assistant is Bruna Kraszewski. Your officials is Jose Ortiz, Arenio Cortez Gallardo, and Ken Braun.
All right, we thank Phil Smith for the introductions and the national anthem. We're going to get underway here. I'm Mark Robert, bringing you tonight's action. Eric Mady is on camera. Back in the control room, we got Chris Edwards and Morgan Hookinson. So there are only 4 games left on this season. Playoff capability is still available for the Jaguars, but it's got to start tonight against the Crimson Wave of Calumet St. Joe's. Calumet St. Joe's has been decimated with players and are only fielding 12 players this evening, so they only have 1 substitute available on the squad. Although the Jaguars are hurting a little bit too. They have only got 4 players available tonight to come in as substitutes. Looks like the Jaguars are going to be going left to right on your screen or north to south. They're in their usual white tops, orange lettering, and the black and white shorts, white socks. Calumet St. Joe's, the Crimson Wave, are in their maroon tops, maroon bottoms. They've kind of got a maroon and white numbering on the back. That should make it interesting to read. At least right now we have sunshine. It'll be interesting to see how easy those will be able to be seen once we get about halftime and the sun will be down for the evening. It is only 5:04 and the shadows are already creeping out onto this field. There's very little wind to speak of. As usual, it's coming out of the southwest and headed northeast. So the Jaguars are taking control. As you heard on the lineup, there were a few different names than we usually see. Hoping tonight Morgan Bean can light it up. Jaguars working it down in the corner. Out in front of the net. There's a shot towards the net. Rolls out and past. Ginny Jimenez with a wide left shot. 1 minute down on this half. 44 minutes to go. So it looks like the Crimson Wave are going to do pretty much the same thing the Jaguars have done all season, and instead of the goalie putting it into play, one of the players stepped forward to kick it through. Long kick by Bean and out of bounds. Jaguars trying to find some space again in front of the net. Jaguars have it into play. Out to the center. Bean kicks it towards the middle. Out of play. Crimson Waves ball. This is the first game of a doubleheader tonight. We got the women's game here at 5 o'clock, obviously, and then tonight at 8, the men will square off with the Crimson Wave from Calumet St. Joe's. The men have locked in a playoff berth. Whistle, offsides. But the men have locked in a playoff berth. They are now trying to get themselves situated into the top 4. That is where they're sitting at the moment, is in the top 4. But if you're not aware, when it comes to the quarterfinals in a couple weeks, the top 4 teams have the home field advantage. If they can get themselves in the top 2, they'll be guaranteed 2 home games. So the Jaguars spreading the field out. Jaguars kicking it forward. Nice roll up. They're going to call it. Yeah, offsides. That's the second time an overzealous player took off. It was a great lead, great space, great movement, but unfortunately, being the first person down the line, it causes the offsides. Jaguars again. Offsides. 3 offsides calls within a minute and a half.
If anybody else comes, I got some more to cut, okay?
Jaguars trying to find some sort of room. And there's a 4th offsides call. Crimson Wave getting themselves set up, trying to put it into play. Jaguars defend it nicely. Off to the far side of the pitch. The ball is still inbounds. Shot towards the net, across the front. Jaguars have it on the other side. Again in front of the net. Crimson Wave get it out of there. Shot towards the net. Grabbed by the goalie. Riley Kane grabs it out of the air. Jaguars again. Up in front of the net. Crimson Wave stop it again. Bean now has it. Oh, tough collision. Very tough. That was a yellow card right out of the gate. Clock is stopped at 38:08. Going to watch the replay again here. Fortunately, we can't send it to you, but we do have a replay in the box. Number 9, Ryan Williford. She just put her shoulder out and plowed down our player. Wondering if she'll be playing on the other football team next year. Rumor has it the Carolina Panthers just called the press box looking for that woman's name and seeing if she wants to play linebacker for the Panthers. Bean has it. Jaguars have it in front. So this time, Riley Kane kicks it out of there. Last couple times, it's been one of her players, fellow players. Jaguars have it in front, number 9. Down the middle, there it is. Shot on goal and in. So Ginny Jimenez with the first goal of the game. Now they're stopping it. Clock is stopped at 36:51. Guess they called offsides. No whistle was blown. So, scrap that goal. I guess Ginny Jimenez will just have to go down there and do it again. Anna Rodriguez. Calumet met St. Joe's, trying to play some tough defense. Although wide open, and are we going to get another offsides? No, they didn't call an offsides this time, but Calumet St. Joe's steals it. Jaguars get it back. So Jaguars have it on their end. Shot, and that one. Are they going to count that one? And I guess that one's counted. Victoria Salas. So Salas with the first score of the night. Ziri Guido with the assist. So 35-17. We're going to get underway for this next round. And that is our goalie. I guess I should get her name out there. Valentina Jimenez Figueroa. Only because I doubt her name's going to be mentioned too much tonight. Jaguars down the front side, offsides. Yeah, 'cause so as you can see, Jaguars playing offense, heading this way. Shadows are really starting to wreak havoc on the field today. Another offsides. It's already 7 offsides calls for the Jaguars. So Jaguars trying to get some movement here. Guido bringing it up. Out of bounds, Crimson Waves ball. 32-30 left in this first half. Ball into play. Push from behind. Foul on Crimson Wave. Trying to catch a number from here. Looks like it's Ryan Williford. It's the same player that got the yellow card for the blindside block, if you will, earlier in the game. Down in front of the net, Jaguars. Nice stop by the goalie. Riley Kane with a nice block. So Jaguars trying to get some movement going forward until our favorite ref will probably call offsides again. Crimson Wave giving it up to the Jaguars. Jaguars playing the far side of the pitch. Shot up towards the center. We've got 2 players in front. They haven't called offside, so we've got a chance here in front of the goal. Crimson Waves take it back, but Bean intercepts, sends it to the middle. Doms is in action. Bean puts it up way. No, they're going to call offsides. So a little battle there. Jaguars going to chase it down. Going to give it out to Figueroa. Figueroa picks it up. Just rolls it innocently out to Rodriguez. Rodriguez zipping left and right through red jerseys and offsides. Crimson Wave put it into play. Jaguars jump on it immediately. Out of bounds. Jaguars ball. I thought it went off the Jaguars' foot, but I guess it ricocheted off of a Crimson Wave player. Ball in play. Jaguars taking it up the left side. Rodriguez trying to take it herself. One defender. The defender tips the ball to the left. It's out of bounds. So it's going to be a corner kick. Claudia Lopez going to put it into play from the corner. In front of the net. Headed out of there by the Crimson Waves. Ooh. Rodriguez trying to lower the boom on that ball to the net. Up and over, unfortunately. So Rodriguez and Bean both strong kicks. Allison Gonzalez is now in the game. Jaguars trying to find an opening and bringing it back the other direction. Jaguars off to the races. Nice stop by Kane again. Victoria Salas had that ball. Missed whiff by the Waves player. Jaguars picked it up and took it to town. .25-30 left in this first half. Kane's gonna set it up. Clock still ticking away. Jaguars trying to find some room. Another offsides. That is Jaguars' 10th offsides. Jaguars spreading the field out. Shot up front. Offsides. .24 minutes left in this half. There's the first foul on Governor State. Free kick for the Crimson Wave. Looks like Allison Gonzalez will be taking it. Check that. It was number 10. I thought that was 18. Sarahi Hernandez. Easily stopped by Figueroa. Jaguars, again, zigging and zagging through, although it's stopped now by a red jersey. Rodriguez putting on a little bit of a show with her kicking and dribbling techniques. Doms has it in the middle, passes it out to Cunningham and Morgan. Morgan off to the races now. Morgan has it going in front of the net. Defended at the last second by number 22. Tiffany Briano. Corner kick for the Jaguars. Rodriguez is moving over there. .22 minutes left in this first half. Shot towards the net. Just a dribbler. I don't know if she caught that wrong or what happened, but it almost didn't even make the net. Jaguars again, they're out front. Defended again by Calumet St. Joe's. Rodriguez rolling over for the corner kick again. Rodriguez puts it up in front of the net. Cunningham tried to head it way too high over the top of her. Rodriguez trying to get it over in front of the net, gets defended, out of bounds. Looks like Rodriguez walking over for the corner kick again. Rodriguez kicks it in nice and easy. Missed by our other player. I couldn't see it. I got blindsided by the frame of the press box here. So Kane putting it into play. Not sure what's up with Ryan Williford for Crimson Wave, but she is now sitting in the stands with her family. 19:30 left in this first half. Shot towards the net. Jimenez with the shot. Kane pulls it out of the air. Stopping the clock. Stop the clock at 18:59. You could hear the ooh in the crowd here. Hopefully she's okay. Took a shot right to the face. That's number 19, Tori Jensen. That was number 6, Claudia Lopez. She cranked up and kicked, and she knew it was going to be a problem as soon as she swung her foot. You could almost hear her hesitating. So Tori Jensen comes off the field, took a shot to the face. Number 13, Arit Victoria Cervantes Gomez is in the game. Ball into play. Shot towards the net in the center. Shot. Kane with the save. And Guido with the shot. 18:20 left in this first half. Bean trying to get the ball around, loses it. Crimson Wave just kick it to get it out of bounds. Jaguars will have the ball back. Jaguars trying to find some opening and shot towards the net. Rodriguez with the shot. Kane with the stop.
Three, crossbar! Three!
Rodriguez with the corner shot. Shot towards the net, out in front. Kane, it bounced off her hands. Cunningham, ball out of play. Kenia Hernandez coming into the game for the Crimson Wave. Jaguars going to work it back the other way. Jaguars have it out on the far side, trying to get it towards the net. Kane grabs it, stops it. Ball misses everybody and starts rolling towards the net. Whistle. It's going to be Calumet St. Joe's ball. Kane sets it up. Nobody playing with any utmost emergency to get this ball moving, but Kane, nice deep line drive. Jaguars grab it in the back at midfield. Bean has it in the middle. She tips it backwards, although there was nobody there. It was just maroon jerseys behind her. Jaguars spread it out. Bringing it up. Jaguars have some opening. In front, Cunningham had an opportunity. Caught it wrong with her foot, and off to the left the ball rolls with no harm. Kane's going to put it in play. Ball in play. Bean. Jaguars have it in front of the net again, trying to find some opening. Shot towards the net, and it's in! Number 9, Tahiri Guido. So Guido has an assist and a score on the day. So at 13:55 and ticking away, Jaguars trying to defend a lead. Jimenez Figueroa, she was sort of chasing it down, just left the ball keep rolling, let the clock keep ticking, and ticking. So Jaguars starting to bring it up the other side. Crimson Wade throws it in, although white jersey's on top of it. Out of bounds. Jaguars playing it down towards the net, shot towards in the middle, goes all the way through. Kane puts it into play. "12 minutes left in this first half. Jaguars in front of the net again. Stopped by Calumet St. Joe's. Jaguars bringing it up multiple maroon jerseys around the ball. Salah's trying to get it out of there. Kane has it on the far end. Kane's going to put it into play. Offsides call on the Jaguars. Other scores today in the CCAC. Indiana South Bend beats up on Great Lakes Christian 4-1. And Judson and Olivet a 0-0 tie this afternoon. Viterbo 1-goal victory over Indiana Northwest, 1-0. In the first half, Calumet St. Joe's and Governor State. We've got a 2-0 score here. St. Ambrose is beating Trinity Christian 1-0. And St. Xavier and Holy Cross. Shot in front of the net, and it's in! Jaguars on the board for a third time. Cunningham with the score there. Third score on the board. To match your number 3. Jaguars have 3 goals on the board. 9:35 left in this first half. Ball's clicking. Crimson Wade trying to put it up front. Jaguars again. In front of the net. Kane, nice grab. That was Salas again. It seems like the whole press box is the ball, as any white jerseyed player takes the ball towards the net. Everyone in the press box looks at the ref on the near side of the pitch. So forgive us if we miss a player's number because we're too busy looking for the offside flag. Jaguars on the far side of the pitch, in front of the net, across the front of it. Jaguars have had 12 offsides calls today. Torrey Jensen's back in the game. Eight minutes left in this first half. Crimson Wave been playing some very strong defense tonight. They may not be on top of the ball, but they are catching up. They are definitely showing that they've got some more speed out here than the Jaguars do. And another offsides calls. Jaguars bringing it up. Trying to find some opening. Bean puts it forward. Number 4 has it out front. Heading towards the net. And across the front, Kane fingertips it out of there. In front, towards the net, Kane grabs it. Down to 5:30 left in this first half. Jaguars towards the net, collision, towards the net again, across the front. Ball still in action in front of the net. Crimson Wave put it out of the play. Got a Jaguar player shaken up. I believe it's Dillinger. Julia Segato, number 12. Victoria Panici, number 11, are in for the Jaguars. So it's going to be a corner kick for the Jaguars. Ball put in play right in front of the net, right off of Kane. Kane didn't even touch it with her hands. It more ricocheted off her legs or her knees. Shot in front of the net. Dillinger chases it down, keeps it in bounds. Now kicked out by the Wave. Four minutes left in this first half. Kane puts it into play. Crimson Wave, knife header all the way down. Jimenez Figueroa, she grabs the ball. Jaguars on the far side of the pitch trying to find some opening again. Swarmed by maroon jerseys. Nice pass behind the leg. Heading towards the net. Jaguars. One defender. Shot towards the net. And it's in. It's in. Jaguars. Dillinger with the fourth goal for the Jaguars today. Julia Segato with the assist on Dillinger's score. So it is 4-0. Clock is stopped at 2:49. Crimson Wave put it in the plate. Shot forward by the Jaguars. Defended by maroon jerseys. 2:30 left. Here we go. Jaguars in front of the net again. Kane. Kane grabs it. Kane boots it to midfield. Stopped by the Jaguars. Jaguars trying to find some move in the center again. Nice passing in front of that net. Just under 2 minutes left. Jaguars going to grab the ball, slowly taking their time. With a 4-zip lead, they're just letting the clock tick away. 90 seconds left in this first half. Claudia Lopez takes it, kick out in front of the net. And it's in! Morgan Bean makes it onto the board. 5-zip. 78 seconds left in this first half, and it is 5-zip Governor State. So Morgan scores here in the stadium, while the other Morgan in the control room scores it on the scoreboard for you. Morgan Hoganson and Chris Edwards in the control room. Eric Mady out here on camera, and I'm Mark Robert bringing you this thrilling game. 1 minute left. Out of bounds on the far pitch. 45 seconds left in this first half.
Time!
30 seconds. Ball in play in front of the net. Kane grabs it. 15 seconds left in this first half. 10 seconds. Kane puts it up to midfield. Just going to roll. 4 seconds, 3 seconds, 1 second, and there's the first half. So after 45 minutes of play, the Jaguars find themselves with a large lead of 5-zip against Calumet St. Joe's Crimson Wave. This is Mark Robert. This is the end of the first half. Come on back in 15 minutes. We'll check out the second half after this intermission. Good evening, everybody. If you are just tuning in, you've missed a wonderful first half of this game. Jaguars are up 5-0. Let's look at the stats on the evening. Shots, Jaguars have 27-1 for Calumet. Shots on goal, 1-17. Jaguars leading that category. Corner kicks, Jaguars have 8, none for the Crimson Wave. The big one, offsides. Jaguars 13 times offsides tonight. Fouls, we've got 2 for the Jaguars and 1 for the Crimson Wave. And thanks to that blindside block by number 9 rather, for Crimson Wave, there's 1 yellow card for the Crimson Wave. And today, what is the National Food Day for today? It is seafood bisque. I could go for some seafood bisque right now. It's a beautiful evening here, but it is getting a little chilly. Actually, I can go for any soup that I can get my hands on at the moment, but a seafood bisque is definitely a good one. I know a place out in Moni called Labas that has that soup every once in a while. Dynamite seafood dish that they have there. So, looks like we're going to get ready to get underway. Jaguars, they're going right to left on your screen, south to north. Calumet has the ball. Flags are totally still, no wind to think of tonight. Although, again, it is getting a little chilly out here. Although I think it's only feeling chilly because it was a gorgeous 72 degrees today. Okay. So we're into action here. 44 minutes left in this game. Jaguars presumably going to attempt to add to their biggest scoring onslaught that they've had. Meanwhile, Calumet, they're still looking for their first goal tonight. Crimson Wave has been playing some dynamite defense here tonight. There's some players on this Crimson Wave team that have some really good speed and have been chasing down the Jaguar offensive player with the ball. And just as we state that, a little bit of an example over there on the far side of the pitch. Ball being brought back into play. It'll be Crimson Wave's ball. Jaguars, Bean dancing around some Crimson Wave players. She couldn't get past the last one. So we're 2.5 minutes into this second half, and lo and behold, no offside calls yet. Oh, I'm sorry, there was one called. I missed that one. I just had one of the press box crew just say I'm numb to them now, and that could be the possibility. So Jaguars trying to find some room out there again. Bean puts it forward. It's no call on an offside there. In front of the net, and it's in! First goal of the half. Ginny Jimenez on the board with her second goal. Jaguars have just got their 6th goal. Clock is stopped at 41:46 and underway now for the start of this next round. Going to try it again. She's coming out on the outside. She's going to put it over towards the front. Almost another shot into the goal. Just on the bit outside. Jimenez went to the ground, frustrated with herself. Although they did call it offsides, so it wouldn't have counted anyway. But Jimenez got frustrated. She thought for sure she had a goal lined up there, and she knows she shot a little too wide. Not to mention she had to be careful because she was heading straight to the left side of the goal pole. Jaguars on the outside. Dillinger trying to find some room. Dillinger getting up towards the net. Claudia Lopez is going to do the corner kick. Jaguars into play. Out in the front, Kane grabs it. She lost control of it just a bit, but she fell on top of it. Sagato with that shot. Jaguars bringing it in midfield. Wide open, Jimenez again. She put it in front a little too far for herself towards the net. Stopped by Kane. So, Jaguars tempting on the far side. Jaguars trying to get through. Nicely defended by the Crimson Wave. Now out of play. Corner kick. Looks like Anna Rodriguez going over there to put it into play. Clock is still ticking away, 38:40. There it is in front of the net. Headed by a player by 30, Vilches. Wasn't able to get a good shot on that ball, and it just kind of went straight to the ground. Kane grabbed it immediately. Out in front, offsides. It's hard to say if we're offsides because we're running in front of these players, or are we offsides because the Wave players aren't moving at all. So therefore we get caught behind them and first person to the goal, which is us, and we get the call. Figueroa going to chase the ball down, going to take her time. We're up to 16 offsides. Jaguars bringing it up, just taking their time. Jaguars off to the races on our side. 2 maroon jerseys in defense. One of them crashes down. We still have it in front. Whistle, offsides. Clock is also stopped at 35:55. So Crimson Wave going to put it into play. Although it is kind of exciting for the Jaguars to put on the shooting barrage of 6 goals as Morgan Bean is bringing it up towards the net. Kane tried to stop it and it goes past her. It's in the goal. 7-zip Jaguars. Morgan Bean gets a goal on the night. Clock is stopped at 35:41. It's fact on the page, you know, I hate to say it, but it is fact on the page that the Crimson Wave are actually still looking for their first goal of the season. They have been outscored 78-0. You've got to hand it to these ladies, though. They are coming out here every week and still playing this game, doing their practices, and still working hard on this team. You got to commend the Waves to keep moving. Jaguars out front towards the shot. Kane stops it. Kane backs up into the net. The ball ricocheted off of Kane. She didn't stop it fully. Unfortunately, the ball rolled towards red jerseys. Kane in particular has been amazing in net. Those 78 goals could be so much higher if it wasn't for Riley Kane. In front of the net again. Shot is blocked. Shot towards the goal. Kane grabs it out of the air. .34 minutes left in this game. Dillinger led Jimenez just a little too much down the line. Ball out of bounds. One of the rare mistakes that the Jaguars have made tonight, if I don't include offside penalties. Hopefully you will all stick around to watch the men's game at 8 o'clock. You would go out of this stream and click onto the next one. Plus, we'll be back here on these fields again next Tuesday and Wednesday. Men's playing Tuesday night at 8:30. The women, I believe, is playing at 5:30. And then next Saturday, we've got a Saturday volleyball game on the list. Dillinger looking for the shot up front, just off to the side. Desperately trying to lead Cunningham for the shot. Cunningham just could not reach out to get a foot on that ball. All she would have had to done is just get a foot and deflect it. She wasn't even going to have to swing for the wide open net. Ball is into play. Far side of the pitch. Crimson Wave put it out of play. Looking at the standings in the CCAC, St. Francis is leading the way with 18 points. Their record is 5-0-3. Second place at the moment is Olivet Nazarene, Olivet Tigers. They're 4-0-4 with 16 points. Trinity Christian is in third with 14 points. And with a victory earlier today, Viterbo moves from 7th place all the way up to 4th with 13 points. So those are your top four. Those are the top four that are looking at home games at the moment when the playoffs start in a couple weeks. Jaguars, there's a lead to a white jersey out front. Nice stop by Kane again. Some of these Jaguar players look frustrated when they don't get it past Kane. They've got to realize Kane is exceptional in the net. Corner kick for the Jaguars. Anna Rodriguez going to put it into play. Clock is ticking away at 30:05. Header by the Jaguars, out of the play. It seems like some of the Jaguar players are knowing that they've got the ability to score tonight. When they find a wide open net, they end up swinging way too hard. Jaguars racing it up. Seems like the Jaguars have been offsides. Jimenez upset again, pounding the turf. She knows there's nothing she can do. If the Crimson Wave players are not going to make a move to chase the ball down, does that mean we have to stop? Crimson Wave put it into play. 28 minutes left in this game. Jaguars put it up. Jaguars off to the races. 3 white jerseys out front. There's Kane. Pass Kane, and it's in the net. Victoria Salas with the goal. Vilches with the assist. That is Salas's second goal for the night. Clock is stopped at 27:41. Score now, Jaguars 8, Crimson Wave still looking for their first goal of the season. Game underway. Jaguars open again. Kane drops on it. Looking at some of our other scores tonight, we have, I'm going to update, my apologies. There it is, in the net. So Claudia Lopez. Claudia Lopez with the 9th goal for the Jaguars today. Clock stopped at 26:35.
Anthem, take Tori's spot. Kenya.
Veronica Campos, number 5, is in for the Crimson Wave. Jaguars kick it deep. Kane stops it. Looking at a couple of our other scores that are happening at the moment. St. Ambrose is up big, 3-0 over Trinity Christian. That's with just into the second half, 42 minutes left in the game. And then St. Xavier is losing to Holy Cross 1-0 with just under 26 minutes left in their game. Other scores today, Indiana South Bend on a non-CCAC game beats Great Lake Christian 4-1. Judson and Olivet play to a 0-0 tie, and Viterbo 1-point victory over Indiana Northwest. Here it is 9-0 Jaguars, so in comes other players. We've got 7, 11, and 21. So number 7, Dembele, 11, Victoria Panici, and 21, Kaylee Doms in the game. Dembele must have been getting a good rest for tonight. Usually she is a starter, and this is her first time in the game tonight. Jaguars keeping the ball on this side of the pitch. Flag up. Offsides. Out front, Morgan Bean. She's got a wide open field, closing in, defender. Shot to the goal, off the pole, another shot. Way out of play. Jaguars play out front. Here we go again on the far side of the action. In front of the net, Kane. Dembele came really close to colliding into Kane. .22-20 left in this game. Jaguars putting it into play. Ball follows the out of bounds line on the far side of the pitch. Keeps rolling, and it's out of bounds. Jaguars spread it out. Bean again out front. Dembele down the middle. And it's in for Dembele. She is on the board with her first goal tonight. Morgan Bean with the assist. Dembele gives the Jaguars double digits goals tonight. 10-zip with 21:33 left in this game. Well, and this second half, I guess. Ref calling in the substitution. Number 4 is coming out to the field. Novale Lopez. Ball's in Dembele. Yep. Handball. It was kind of an excuse me handball, but she tried to get her hands out of the way. Unfortunately, put them right in the path of the ball. It was more of a try to get the hands out of the way, but at the same time protecting her face. The ball was below her face, but when that ball's coming at you, it's hard to tell where it's going to end up hitting you. Jaguar player down. Anna Rodriguez is on the ground. Stop the clock at 21:28. Looks like Rodriguez is back up. Not sure where the ref's walking to. Bean leads it out, although grabbed by the Crimson Wave, number 19, Jensen. Offsides again. $20 offsides penalties tonight for the Jaguars. Jaguars have had 46 shots tonight, 29 shots on goal. And as you're aware, they have put 10 of those into the net. Dembele, she gets it through. Morgan Bean off to the race. Kane gets out there and kicks it away. Kane had no choice but to kick. She was outside the goalie box. Just looked back at the records of the standings. As I stated earlier, that Calumet St. Joe's has not scored a goal this season, and 78 goals have been scored on them. I was reading only the CCAC stats. Overall, it is still the same. It looks like, according to the records, that Calumet St. Joe's has not played any independent games. They've only played their CCAC games. So while our team is playing in their 15th or 16th game, this is only the 8th game for the Calumet St. Joe's Crimson Wave. Jaguars spreading it out. Obviously, they would like to put another point on the board. 17 minutes left in this half. Ball sent out into the lead. Jaguars chase it down. Out in front, Dembele. Stopped by Kane. Now it's in! Kaylee Doms with the score. Kaylee Doms puts it into the net. Six clock has stopped it. No, they did not get that goal. Check that. ref discussing the play, or checking the clock. Caught us all off guard. We're not sure how the heck that became an offside call. It's completely confusing the press box with the offside calls and myself, because we should be hearing a whistle and there are no whistle calls. So, Jaguars moving forward. Dembele. Dillinger on the outside. Cayley gets in front of the ball. Or Kane gets in front of the ball and stops it. I ended up mixing up goalie keeper Riley Kane together. Not to mention good acquaintance of ours in the media department, Kaylee Doms, one of our wonderful newscasters for our TWAG broadcast. If you've never checked out TWAG, it's the news show on Governor's State, played weekly. Kaylee Dobbs and Jalen Woodard are our two goal. Here we go again. Up in front of the net, number 10, and it's in. I don't see any flag on the other side, so it is good. Good. 13:01. Jaguars now score their 11th goal. Now, as I was saying, Kaylee Doms and Jalen Woodard are two of our wonderful newscasters on our TWAG news program. Check it out every Monday on Instagram. And it's also can be found on YouTube. Speaking of great media work, I've got Eric Mady here on camera, Morgan Hoganson in the control room, along with Chris Edwards. Three great students that we've got on our staff and in our department bringing you this game. I'm Mark Robert. I'm just a lowly staff member. I don't count. Ball out of play, almost took out the water cooler. .12 minutes, clock still ticking. Again, remember, after this game is over, go over to the other stream where you'll see the men's soccer team playing tonight against the Crimson Wave. And also for the men, it is senior night. The men's team will be saluting the seniors tonight. I believe it's going to be at halftime. It will be halftime that they will be doing the salute. So we will not go away at halftime. We will stay here for the festivities. So in other words, that's not going to give me an opportunity to get that wonderful soft pretzel over here in the concession stand at the Crown Point Sportsplex, along with their nachos. If you've never been here to the Sportsplex out in Crown Point, you got to check it out. It's a beautiful place. 2 soccer/football fields and 8 baseball/softball fields. Concession stand here with a crew and a staff that are very customer friendly. Most of them are young kids, high school or maybe early college, and offsides. Speaking of the men's team, they are here getting themselves ready. Jaguars fighting on the far side with one of the Crimson Wave players. A little pushing and shoving over there. It's been a very clean game except for the blindside block early in the first quarter or first half. And that was the first heavy pushing that we just saw a few beats ago. In front of the net and out of play. So ball in play, rolling down the far side of the pitch. It's going to roll out of bounds. Jaguars will have it. Just under 8:30 left in this game. Jaguars trying to find some opening. Ball kicked down deep, down the near side of the pitch. Offsides. Well, now at least we're hearing the whistle. 24 offside calls on the Jaguars. Jaguars, midfield. Ball's not going too far than midfield. Both teams are starting to kind of slow down a little bit. I mean, they're being competitive. They're involved. They got to do what they need to do for this game, but you can tell both sides are just starting to slow it down a little bit. With an 11-0 lead and only 6:45 on the clock. That is not a lot of time to put 11 goals on the board when in the last 84 minutes you've allowed 11 go up. Offsides. Crimson Wave going to put it into play. Ball deep down. 6 minutes left in this game. Out of play, it'll be Jaguars ball. Jaguars sending it up. Morgan Bean considered offside. I actually watched on that play, and most white jersey didn't even make a move after the ball, knowing what was about to happen. Morgan Bean pretty much had no choice but to chase it down, and sure enough, called for the offsides. .420 left in this game. Bean controlling it down the near pitch. Dembele chases it down. Dembele tips it up. Nicely defended by the Crimson Wave. With only 7 games played and 78 goals, that comes out to about 10 or 11 goals. Although the largest loss that Crimson Wave had was an 18-zip score against Olivet, their first game of the season. St. Xavier, they only lost by 1. And Holy Cross also put 17 on the board against them. Out in front of the net, Dembele. Out of play. 3 minutes left in this game. Morgan Bean going to do the corner kick. Morgan Bean towards the net. Headed up and over the top. .230 left in this game. Ball put into play. It'll be Jaguars ball. I had to look at the flag for a second. I didn't know if he was pointing across the field for an offsides, or was he pointing down the field that it was Jaguars ball? Jaguars going to try to possibly put one more out of bounds. No, it was out of bounds off of us. I think Morgan Bean was passing it to somebody behind her, or so she thought somebody was behind her. Ball rolled out of bounds. We got 80 seconds left in this game. It'll be Crimson Waves ball. Kane just taking her time. Passes it off to her own player to kick it. 1 minute. None of the Jaguar players are even moving in to try and intercept this ball. Just going to let it go. .45 seconds left in this game. Jaguars are just content to pass it around. .30 seconds left in this game. It'll be the Crimson Waves ball. 75 seconds left in this game. 10 seconds. One last possible shot defended by the Crimson Wave. It's going to roll, and that is game. So the game is over. Final score: Governor State Jaguars 11, Calumet St. Joe's Crimson Wave 0. I'm Mark Roberts with Eric Mady on camera, Chris Edwards and Morgan Hokanson in the control room. Have a good night, everybody. Tune in on our other stream to watch the men's soccer take on Calumet St. Joe's in about 1 hour. Good night, everybody.